On PariPesa, you can enjoy up to 200,000 naira bonus on your first deposit when you register with our promo code FANSTRIBE. All right, a 1-0 loss, 3 points lost, and almost everything lost. But then, did the performance give you a bit of hope today?
That has always been the story of Manchester United since this season. You see, the disappointing thing about my club as a supporter this season is it's not about the losses per se. It's usually the goals that we're conceding, the individual errors that lead to the goals that we're conceding. How do we stop these errors? How do we grow from making mistakes like this every single match that we play this season? We make mistakes that leads to error. We make mistakes that leads to goals.
But is it a bit understandable say the thing they come from a defensive midfielder playing centre back?
I will come to that because the reason why I said I'll come to that, you see, when I'm blaming my coach, when I'm blaming Ten Hag, people don't know why I'm blaming this guy. I'm not blaming Ten Hag because maybe I'm not saying he's not a good coach or he's not a bad coach. He's a good coach. But we've seen it, our eyes cannot deceive us. When it comes to his selection, when it comes to his substitution, when it comes to his picks. Because let's look at it holistically now. You know that your team have been struggling with injuries. Today, when one person is coming back, another person is going off. What do you do as a proactive coach? You can instruct your under 18 or 23 coach. This is the situation of my team.
Best centre back.
Give me your best centre back, at least 2. You understand? Now, bring in these boys, trust these boys, keep playing them. Even in the cup matches, those little cup matches that he was supposed to play these boys, he refused to play them. By the time you keep playing them, these guys are getting used to playing with Onana, getting used to playing with Harry Maguire, Evans. They keep coming into the game. Now look at the team. Now look at the goal that we conceded. You see, I would have preferred if an under 18 was pairing with Evans. And if he made that mistake, I will excuse the kid and say, yes, he's a young lad. He's a defender that is growing. Than playing, number one, you are playing Casemiro out of position. Number two, he's an experienced player. Like, I feel if I was Casemiro and Ten Hag is asking me to play that, I would say no because it's like a disgrace. Every single match.
Say he won't expose you.
Yes! It's like as if it's a witch hunt that Ten Hag is trying to witch hunt him. Every single match, you are always at fault. You are a scapegoat. When they play in the midfield, you are always exposed. And we have Amrabat fit all season. Why did you sign him? You signed Amrabat because you noticed that there was a situation in the midfield. And it was lack of trust. Look at the game that Amrabat gave us today. This is the reason why we signed him from Fiorentina. He gave us a wonderful game today. Ahmad gave us a wonderful game today. Because if you trust these players, for them to come into this match, every single match, play them. Because I don't see the reason why Ahmad will give you one good game and the next match you bench him. Why? Where is that coming from? A team does not function this way. That is why I'm faulting Ten Hag. That is why I say that he doesn't have what it needs. He doesn't have what it needs. People like Henry will disagree with me. But Ten Hag does not have what it needs. Yes, we know we have a problem. Yes, we know that the situation is bad. What are you doing with what you have? With what you have, you're not doing the right thing. Anthony has been bad all season. Rashford has been bad all season. For how many matches you keep playing him, you keep playing Anthony, and you have players like Ahmad on the bench, you have players like Amrabat on the bench, and you are complaining that our midfield is exposed. Arsenal midfield did not dominate Amrabat today. He was sliding every tackle, he was intercepting every ball. Just that one slip from the defense, and they scored.
Well, you get no they got being on Amrabat.
Well, it's a normal thing. It's a normal
one
thing.
out of 90 minutes is a good result.
He gets. So now, as the match kept on progressing, I will say this. What I saw in the first half, right, it gives me this belief that there's hope for Manchester United in the future. Because if you look at the first half, Manchester United kept the ball. It was Arsenal were looking like Manchester United. And Man U were looking like Arsenal at some point. I was saying it during the live stream. I said, be brave. Don't be scared. Keep the ball. Run for your teammates. And this is what I want to see in Man U next season. I don't want to see any superstar. Because the team that we saw today, this is how other teams play. There's nobody that's a superstar. It's just that the team lack that cutting edge and experience. On the part of Garnacho, I will not fault Garnacho because he's a young lad. Because normally, a player like Garnacho of his age should not be the player that we should be relying on to
be behind someone.
Exactly. You feel me? So for a player like Garnacho, what I think Garnacho needs is coaching. I think if Man U is a proactive team, they should sign a very good attacking coach to talk to him and say, see, this is what wingers usually do when you're in a match and you've tried 1, 2, 3 times and you see that you are not scoring. The best thing to do is just 2 things. Number 1 is try and create chances, or you double up, because even the goal that came, if Garnacho had doubled up with Dalot, Havertz will not have been able to get that ball to square plate. You understand? When you know you're not having a good game in trying to score, do your defensive duty and see if you can create. The whole ball that Garnacho played today, not one was made across to Højlund, or he tried to square play. Everything was just trying to shoot. I will not fault him because he's a young boy, he's full of energy, you understand? But my worry is, as time goes on, will he learn? Will he grow? Now the question is, will a coach like Ten Hag groom him up? Secondly, what I keep blaming Ten Hag is, you sign a striker for 70-something million.
Exactly, I've been wondering up this Højlund.
Yes, and you cannot instruct your wing backs or your defender, whoever it is, to give this guy at least, I'm giving you a target of 10 crosses in a game. If I don't see 10 crosses in a game, you play the last match. Now, it is not left for Højlund for us, because right now, we can't even judge Højlund to say he's a bad striker because he's not getting the services. If he's getting the services like a player like Jackson, that they feed him every day, and he's messing up, we now know that yes, that Højlund is a terrible striker. What do we do? What do we do as Manchester United club? Do we sign somebody else? But right now, excuse me, he's not getting the services that he needs. So the team did their best. They did the best they could. Well, I can't blame them, right? Because I don't know, but it's so sad that this is where we find ourselves.
I feel say after that performance, the fact that you still lose just make him look pointless.
Well, yeah. The reason why I look pointless is that on a second note, I won't blame the performance that Arsenal brought. Sorry to say this on Arsenal fans, but they will remember this next season. If this is how you want to win the league, I don't know, because everything now is on the hands of Man City, right? But I will say this: the match against Man City and the match against Aston Villa were the 2 matches at Arsenal that, if you know you're a title contender, to me, if they should carry this league, it's like they're trying to sneak their way to the trophy. And that, to me, is not an elite mentality because when people like Chelsea were winning their league, yeah, you could see the distance. Yes, you know that you want to win the league. You understand me? At some point, if you look at Arteta's expression, he was scared. He was worried. He knew that.
I beg now, give me league now.
Exactly.
I beg now, no vex.
Because it was looking like he knew where he was. He knew that this is Old Trafford, that anything can happen. So he was wary of that. And I will not blame him. You understand? He's still a coach that is upcoming. He wants to win his first league. So I will excuse him for that. And
your final thought and then a man of the match.
on my final thoughts, I will say it's a bad thing that the new management are experiencing this. And it's also a good thing that the new management are also experiencing this. The bad thing in the sense is that right now, the management can know who exactly, that these are the players. In fact, they don't even need, there are some decisions that you start taking ahead of time. You don't need your analyst, excuse me, you don't need your analyst to start telling you that Casemiro will go, Vance will go. In fact, from that place they are watching the match, they'll say, no, Casemiro cannot be in this club, Evans cannot be in this club, Eriksen needs to go, Bissaka needs to go, Varane needs to go. You can see the players I'm mentioning that needs to leave the club. So it makes their work even easier to spot the issues in this club. I told you from the beginning of this season, I personally, as a Manchester United supporter, I do not want Manchester United to qualify for anything. Reason is because it will always give us that false pretense that this club still has substance. As it is now, we are now at our rock bottom. The new management have seen the club at their rock bottom. So it will be easy for them to make their decisions and know that this team needs total rebuilding. And
Your man of the match.
my man of the match, I'll give it to two persons. Kobe Mino and Amrabat, because they impressed me today.
No one. Shop the FFT store and rock our merchandise. Have a very good game. Give them woto. Eat inside when you score goals. And of course, you can flag our badge for the center of your chest. Check the comment section for the link to our store. Shop today and enjoy them. Thanks for watching. Right here, another one of our videos where you're supposed to like, and all our social media links. I mean, follow us on every platform because we get content for everyone.